Read this sentence slowly. Somewhere in it, your brain checks for a message. You did not choose that. It just happened. Recently, I showed you a machine that steals your attention. Today, what that theft is doing to your brain. And it is worse than losing time. Here is why this matters to you. You used to read a full chapter without stopping. Watch a movie without checking your phone. Think one full thought start to end. That power did not leave with noise. It left quietly, and you blamed yourself, called yourself lazy, weak, broken. It did not matter where you live, rich or poor, big city or small village. Same brain, same 47-second leash. This is not only your problem, not a rich person problem, not a poor person problem. Every brain on a screen is paying this price right now. Most people think the fix is easy. Phone in another room, app blocker, or delete the app for a week. That sounds nice, but it treats a deep problem with a small switch you can flip. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. The damage was never just the phone in your hand. It is what happens inside your brain every time you switch. Again and again. Thousands of times for years. Like a debt that grows in silence. You never see the bill. I spent this week studying the real science. Task switching, attention residue, deep focus. Not tips from an influencer. Real research from real scientists. And here's the good news. Once you see how it works, the fix is small, very small. One habit, a few minutes a day, not a big life change. Here is where we are going. First, the lie of multitasking. Then, attention residue, the part of your mind that never fully leaves. Then, the interruption economy, why this is bigger than apps. Then, the debt itself. Then, a study that should scare you a little. And finally, the one habit that pays it all back. If recent video changed how you see your phone, subscribe, because this video changes how you see your own mind. Now let's begin. You think you are multitasking. Phone next to your hand, second tab open, one eye on your notifications. You are not. Your brain can't do two things at once. Not really, ever. What you call multitasking is your brain jumping. Drop one task, grab another, drop that, grab the first again. Scientists call this switch cost. It sounds small. Here's the twist. You do not pay this cost once. You pay it every single time you switch. Right now, the average person switches every 47 seconds. In 2004, it was once every 2.5 minutes. Same human, same brain as our grandparents. But the world around us changed, and the brain adapted with the only way it knows, by getting worse at staying still. You were never lazy. You were never weak. You were living inside a world built to make you switch. That is not your fault. That is the result, and it does not care which country you're from or how much money you have. Here is something almost nobody explains well. When you switch tasks, your mind does not fully arrive at the new one. Part of it stays behind, still stuck on the last thing. A researcher named Sophie Leroy gave this a name: attention residue. Think of it like walking out of a room but leaving the door open. Part of you is still standing inside that old room, even while the rest of you moves on. This is why you close one chat, open a new document, and still feel fogged. Slow, not fully there. You are not fully in the new task yet. Part of you is still in the old one. Now think about this happening again and again. Every notification, every quick look to your phone, every little check, each one leaves a piece of you behind. None of it clears before the next switch happens. You are not living in one place at all. You are scattered across many half-open rooms. All still open, all still pulling at you. This goes deeper than what I showed you recently. This is not only about apps built to hook you. This is about an entire system. Every country, every economy built around your ability to be interrupted. Your job rewards you for being reachable. Answer fast, people call you hardworking. Answer slow, people will think you're not serious even if you were doing real deep work. Meeting file, the exact hours that used to be thinking time. Nobody explained this to you directly. It just became normal. One small habit at a time. Everywhere, in every country, in every income level. Until being available became more important than doing deep work. Delete every app tonight if you want. Your email, your work chat, your calendar will still expect the same thing. Always available, always ready to drop what you are doing. The apps are one weapon. This interruption system is the whole war, and it was never about which country you live in. Here is the idea I want you to remember. I call it the focus debt. Every switch costs you something small. A few seconds, a little fog. On its own, it feels like nothing. Nobody panics over 47 seconds. But debt does not work in single payments. It builds. Do this every 47 seconds for 10 or 12 hours a day for years. You are not paying a small cost once. You are building a debt that never gets paid off because you never gave the brain the quiet time it needs to pay it back. This debt shows up in small ways. The book you can't finish anymore. The conversations where you nodded but did not really listen. The tiredness that sleep does not fix because it was never about sleep. This is not only about lost time. Time can come back. You can create time. This is about losing your ability to go deep into one thing and stay there. And that ability does not come back on its own. You have to rebuild it. A Stanford researcher, Clifford Nass, ran a test. The result should worry anyone who think they are good at handling distraction. He compared two groups: people who multitask a lot and people who multitask very little. He tested their focus, their memory, their ability to filter out noises. His guess: a heavy multitasker would at least be good at multitasking. He was wrong. They were worse at everything, even multitasking itself. People who practice switching the most were the worst at filtering distractions, the worst at switching clearly, the worst at remembering things. The skill they practiced the most was the skill they lost the most. Nass's answer was simple: multitasking a lot does not make you better at handling things. It makes you worse at handling any one thing, even the thing you thought you were still good at. Here is what actually fixes this, and it is not another app. It is doing one thing at a time, one purpose, for a set amount of time. No exceptions during that time. Not motivation, not willpower in the moment. A decision you make before you start. One task, one block of time. Every switch is banned before it can even happen. A researcher named Newport calls this deep work. The name does not matter as much as what it does. Every time you protect a block like this, your focus debt goes down instead of up. At first, this will feel strange, even uncomfortable. Your mind, used to switch every 47 seconds, will want to switch, even if there is nothing to switch to. The discomfort is not a sign you are failing. It's your old debt coming to surface. For the first time in years, you stopped feeding it. Start small. 1 hour, phone in another room, one task every day. That's the whole ask. No big life change, no new app, no money needed. The debt did not build in one day. It will not clear in one day either. But every hour you protect is a real payment on a debt you don't even know you had. Recently you learned about the machine that was built to take your attention. Today you learned what losing it, piece by piece for years, really costs. Not minutes. Your ability to go deep at all. You are not lazy. You were never lazy. You are carrying a debt nobody told you the name of. Built in pieces so small you never felt even one of them land. It does not matter where you live, what you earn, what your day looks like. Every brain watching this pays the same price every 47 seconds. Now the debt has a name, the focus debt, and now you know the one payment that works. Protected time, one task, no switching. Defended before the switch ever happens. This channel exists to name the things that are working against you before you even notice them. So here's your challenge, not a request. Today, before anything else, protect 1 hour. No phone in the room, one task. See what is still in there. If you want more of this kind of clarity, subscribe. Because next week, we go somewhere you did not expect. So you have paid enough debt without knowing it. What are you going to do about it now?